Manai. Shever achi gam yachad. Shever achi gam yachad. Hine matov manai. Hine matov manai, manai, manai. Shabbat Shalom, good evening. Welcome to next week now when we bid goodbye to this Shabbat by doing our Havdalah ceremony that separates Shabbat from the rest of the week. And then we take a look ahead at what is the Torah reading for this next week. And we'll begin by talking about the fact that we are well into the book of Exodus. Not only are we well into the book of Exodus, but we are in the part of the book of Exodus when there's a lot of priestly stuff going on. So this current Shabbat is Parashat Terumah and has a lot of directions about building the tabernacle. And this next week, we're focusing on Parashat Tetzaveh. So the full reading for Parashat Tetzaveh, we're in, again, the book of Exodus, and it's chapter 27, verse 20, through chapter 30, verse 10. We are in triennial year 3, and so that puts us, we're focusing on chapter 29, verse 19, through the end, through chapter 30, verse 10, through the end of the Torah portion. And if you want to look at the Haftarah for this week, it is Ezekiel chapter 43, verses 10 through 27. And so what we're going to do now is we are going to end Shabbat. We're going to bid adieu to Shabbat. And in order to do that, we are going to do our Havdalah ceremony. And one note that I've said many times when we do Havdalah is that we sort of ascend and keep ascending toward the heavens all the way through the end of Shabbat. We just want to keep ascending higher and higher and higher. And so when we say our blessings for Havdalah, we actually move up our face as far as the senses go. We start with the taste of the wine. We say the blessing over the wine. Then we move up to our sense of smell. We smell the spices. We move up and we see the flame, the light that represents Shabbat. And then finally we move up to our minds, to the thought that Shabbat is now finishing up, is now over. And when we get to that sizzle when the candle goes out, you know that that's the moment we're at the next week. So we begin by singing the words, ancient words, and singing the melody of Debbie Friedman of our Havdalah ceremony. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 yai lai lai. First blessing is for our wine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen. Yeah, lie, 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 yeah, la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam Borei minei v'samim Borei minei v'samim I smell the sweet spices for a sweet new week. Borei minei v'samim Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. We now light the flame of our twisted candle. Many candles coming together representing many different streams of Jews, of Judaism, all of Israel coming together. The light represents the light of Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei me'orei ha'esh Borei me'orei ha'esh Borei me'orei ha'esh Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamavdil ben kodesh l'chol. God, you separate between the holy and the mundane, the non-holy. Hamavdil ben kodesh l'chol. Listen for the sizzle. Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 ya la la lai 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 ya la lai lai ya lai lai yai lai 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 yai lai 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 ya la lai 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 we sing a song of peace, Eliyahu Hanavi. We hope that Elijah the prophet will show up and tell us it's a time of peace. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Bimheira ve'amenu Yavo Eleinu Mashiach ben David Mashiach ben David Eliyahu Hanavi Eliyahu Hatishbi Eliyahu Eliyahu Hagiladi. And on Shabbat we say Shabbat Shalom. When we're done with Shabbat we say Shavua Tov, may you have a good week. Shavua Tov, 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 Shavua Tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. Shabbat Tov to everybody. May you have a good week. And for those of you who have stayed up and are possibly going to go to sleep soon, we end with a nighttime Shema. And we sing Hashkivenu also, asking God to watch over us. Shema Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto Le'olam, Le'olam Ba'ed. We ask that God watch over us as we sleep in this life and protect us in the next. We sing Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu leChaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu leChaim. Shavua Tov, have a good week, and Laila Tov, have a good night. Thank you for joining me. Good night.